having taken the bout, she can also get ready to take up. Hadn't made an impression. She hasn't medalled in any of them as well, so that made it a little bit more difficult. Anyway, here we go. Nowitzki and Scocchimaro.
Yeah, Scocchimaro also pretty consistent, isn't she, with her performances? And just so typical of the style of the Germans. They're very lean and very long-ranged, and then feed the leg through and look for the inside for the either the Ouchigari or the Uchimata.
It's the second of the German athletes that Nowitzki has had to fight today. She defeated Miriam Butkereit, the Olympic silver medalist, in round 2. Butkereit had a bye in the first round, so it was a little bit of a shocker there to be going out
against the German squad.
Yeah. Yeah. There's another one that she's got to get past.
Well, the left against right is quite awkward, and I think that when Scocchimaro manages to get that hip through here, and as you can see, she's taken the initiative, and Nowitzki is the one that's defending. There's the leg in, and once she gets it in, and that's the thing about left against right, you've got to be careful of the Takeshi, the slip of the hip and them coming across. So you need to get the leg in there, find a way at the central point, and that's what Scocchimaro's looking for now. Oh, change of direction there, Nowitzki. Going to be a penalty for Nowitzki, I think. Scocchimaro as well for not fully committing. She's the one that's the most dominant, though. Maybe they're going to take that one off. No, they're not. Just a little warning to the coach, I think. So the one that changes to the other flank here, I think, is the one that's going to score. Rather than go that way all the time, why not just change it to the other direction? It's one of the problems, actually, of just hitting the same way, same direction all the time. But like going down the right wing on a football pitch and then they just block you out. You know, you've got to switch it over to the left wing at some stage. Not deep enough into the arm. Needed a bit more commitment. She's looking for the Sangaku Jimmy, actually. And can she tip the balance? She's going to try and go over the other side, and you can see it's on. It's on there, so the referee giving them time. Just manages to hold off.
Sometimes, rather than attempting the turn, it was
but
in.
The shimmy was on.
The shimmy was on.
And we saw that yesterday actually.
It worked
we did see it, and actually they were tapping within 5-10 seconds. You know, just why go through the rigmarole? Good old English word, isn't it, rigmarole? And now looking for the Uchimata. She's going to go full now. She's got taken over, and that's that she just tipped her over there. Nicely. Nowitzki then against the run of play, coming up to the last 5 seconds, and she's going to steal the match. And she was the one that was on the receiving end the whole way through.
What had she done during the match, to be honest? Scotchimara can't believe it.
Well, she won't be able to believe that.
Nor can Nowitzki.
No. She'll look back, won't she, at that one? She'll go, how did that happen? Good counter-attack up, Osbas. And you were saying earlier, weren't you, Sheldon, that Van Dijk always very confident, really confident in her ability.
Yeah, but both on and off the mat, when you chat to her, interviews and the like, then she's, you know, I wouldn't say full of herself, but she's not backward in coming forward. And on the mat, she's just got this presence. When she walks out there, and all her preparation, she always looks supremely confident.
I remember her being really decided, don't you? Do you?
She was absolutely certain of
it. She said,
we asked her.
You asked her if she was going to stay in the weight category.
And
when
the
she
answer
fought
was,
up, and she said, no way.
No way.
No, I'm not. I'm coming back down. Anyway, she's back down here in another final. And
it's quite humorous, the
way she said it.
Because she was quite open about it.
The way she said it.
Oh my God, they're so strong.
No.
So you won't be staying there. She said, no way.
No. She went, no. But, I mean, looking equally as strong in the lower weight category, her weight category. But I think she's going to have to be a little bit cautious here because it looks like she's dominating Osbas. And range-wise, she's over the top there. But she's going to have to just be a little bit cautious with the Uranagi from Osbas and the change of direction.
Yes, because Osbas is deceptive.
Yeah, no, she really is deceptive. And it looks like she's being dominated, and then she'll throw the Seoinage in or the Seotoshi. And Van Dijk doesn't quite know what to do with her, does she? She feels awkward for her.
Yeah, she's had the one run out, if you like, after the Olympic Games at the new weight, and she won it, the Grand Slam gold medal winner. I know our director likes to talk about certain types of symmetry. Well, Van Dijk had one go, and she won it at the weight up. He said, I'm coming back down. Osbas moved up.
And stayed up.
Had one go and said, I like it here, because I can win. So
yeah.
Now they're head-to-head in this final.
Yeah, that was pretty close by Van Dijk, wasn't it? The little Kosodagari there, change of direction, and it wasn't far off. Ooh, she overstretched there. That wasn't good.
Bit risky.
Hasn't really committed yet, Osbas. Now, this is where she's better. She goes on to the arm here. Now watch her go right the way across. Easily stopped by Van Dijk. It's funny how sometimes you get a style that doesn't quite suit. It's not what you like. And you have to work it out, how to get past it. And you see in the latter part of the contest when certain things and certain approaches to stance and certain techniques that you kind of worked it out, how to cope with it and how to beat it.
Osbas was the Youth Olympic Games champion and junior world champion. So
yes, she's a good winner, isn't she?
Yes.
She does win, you know, and it's not always the most spectacular style, but it does win. It's very effective. Oh, look at that. And she's stolen a score. And that was a Yuko, was it? No, it was Ari she got for that.
20-odd seconds left on the clock.
20-odd seconds. She switched it completely round. She went left and then turned it right.
Ooh, one
look
arm
at that.
and then took the
other
elbow.
one. She took the other one there, changed direction completely, and Osbas there has caused an upset there. And now absolute panic from Van Dijk there. Because he's not only got a Wazari against this, he's got a Shido on the board as well. 5 seconds. Stiff arms, as you would expect. She's going to go a Shido here. Now just got to block out for 5 seconds. She says, I'll go another Shido if I have to. Well played, wasn't it? She really did play that well. And we said, didn't we? She just played the game. She worked it out that she had to do something a little bit different. My goodness, she did do it.